We are building a metal building out here on the farm, kind of like a storage building and just general building. You can see the slab behind me. So this enclosed trailer was sitting over here somewhere. We had to move it. This thing's like 15 or 20 years old. It was one of my dad's old lawn trailers that he used. You know, it's kind of it's a smaller trailer, so we really didn't do a whole lot with it. You can see it's got some holes in the ceiling. It's got a vent missing. It's got a drop ramp. It's got some holes in it. So it definitely needs a lot of love and attention. Light bulb in my head. The skid steer will lift 3,000 pounds. I have forks for it. This thing does not weigh 3,000 pounds, y'all. So, in theory, I can take this thing, we're gonna finish it, we're gonna make it a little camper, right? I'm not gonna go crazy with this. You know, no frills or anything. I know Taylor's gonna already wanna do shiplap inside the damn thing or something. The plan is to pick it up with the skid steer, and we're gonna put it up on top of the gooseneck. Then I can put the four-wheeler inside of this, right? And then the side-by-side can sit behind it. I'm gonna go get the Kubota and we're gonna drag it down to one of the barns where the pressure washer is now, because I don't feel like bringing the pressure washer up here. I think it'll be easier just to pull the whole damn trailer down there. So let's get to it. But first, I have a flat tire. Exciting side note, my mom just opened the door and showed me our Kansas licenses came in, so stick around for that. Coming up in November, we'll be in Kansas deer hunting. Fingers crossed. Okay, aired up tire, make it easier to pull. Now, to the dumpster. They're all screaming at me back there. They think the food truck's here. It's not time to eat yet. It's not time to eat. All right, let's drop this gate and see how nasty this thing is inside. So it is a drop gate. It has no springs, so it's super heavy. You can see the holes in it, and it is not coming down, so I'm gonna have to pry it loose. So we're definitely a little out of whack here. I'm just gonna pull on it and see what happens. That's what she said. Oh, that wasn't that. All right, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. There's actually not a lot of stuff I'm gonna throw away now that I look at it. There's some Quikrete. There's some samples, some paint samples. These gotta be Taylor's. I'm not saving these. I can't even read the code on the top. The old 6-way little, is it 6? Yeah, 6. The switch. I can use this in the chateau when I get it finished. Shut it! It's not food time! Premium construction adhesive. That's still probably good. It's like a little treasure trove in here. There's some PVC, so we're gonna get this thing cleaned out and then go pressure wash it. Alright, there it is. Fill that sucker up pretty quick. So I've got some cabinets I'm gonna throw away that are garbage. Look at them cobwebs, y'all. Ugh, gross. I just want to show you this little gem. Oh yeah. Nice rat's nest. Doing final clean out. I had to show y'all. I thought that the rat's nest I showed you earlier was big. So I found this gem. He was busy, and for some reason he's got a bunch of nails. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm going to sweep all that out. Try to get all the nails scooped up because I don't want them to go all over the floor, because then I'll be fixing tires for the rest of my life. And we're gonna get it finally pressure clean. So I just got down here. My dad was pressure cleaning some stuff, so I brought it down here. I don't know if you can hear my kids screaming, but it's a Sunday and it's hot, and this is what we're doing at the farm.
What are you doing, huh?
Crazy. How many of y'all have bounce houses at your house? Your own private bouncy house slide. It's awesome, and it does hold up to 200 pounds, so I flirt with that 200-pound range, so I may or may not get on it later because it's hot as shit out. And I know I'm going to get disgusting pressure washing this thing, so let's drop the gate and get this show on the road. This thing was disgusting, I guess, would be, I mean, it's the level above disgusting. Tons of cobwebs, tons of spiders. So you see how nicely it cleaned up on the outside? So now, I'm going in there and I'm gonna get disgusting.
So, we all see this old trailer, right? Super gross. When he suggested this idea, I was like, ah. But we are going to go glamping instead of camping. And I'm really excited.
There's actual, like, lichen, or whatever they call it, growing on this thing. That's how long it's been sitting there. All right, folks, that took all day. I went ahead and sprayed the inside with a little, like, industrial type universal cleaner. It's got a nice scent to it. It's not like a real degreasy, nasty smelling kind of thing. Just because it was a lawn trailer forever, there's oil and gas that has dripped over the years. So we're gonna paint over all that anyway, I think, but I went ahead and sprayed it there just to try to get it as clean as we can and get a good scent to it. So I'm gonna let it dry out, come back out here and hit it hard tomorrow. All right, y'all, we just got back from Lowe's and I got a bunch of crap for this trailer, but I'm excited. Maybe we went overboard. It's because Taylor came with me. I let Taylor come with me, and of course, look what you talked me into. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful, that hazelnut. I got my helper coming out. Where are you at? There she is. Yeah, she got her new broom today. All right, you gotta sweep all this dirt out. Daddy took that wood off, you gotta sweep all that. Let me show you the bags and bags of crap that I got. Oh yeah, got some outdoor lights, got some wiring here, tons of foam, paint, a bunch of caulking to waterproof this sucker, and I've got this insulated foam board. I spent like 500 bucks on all this stuff, on the flooring, on the electric, so this is just bare metal, right? I've got that foam board. I'm gonna cut the foam board to fit, and then we're gonna shove that up there. It's like an R value of 6, but that's where most of the heat's gonna be in this thing anyway during the day. That should insulate it good enough. The rest of it, you know, it is what it is. The AC will be able to keep up because this is 60 square feet, so let's get to it. So I got these boards, just, you know, 4x8 foam boards, like a R6 value, so better than nothing. I'm just cutting them to fit up. I'll show you, I got one cut, and I'll show you kind of what we're going for and how they fit. Most heat loss is gonna happen through the ceiling, so having that up there ain't gonna be a huge difference, but it'll help. It'll keep that heat from coming in and radiating down on top of us. That little AC in here is gonna keep this thing pretty much cold enough to hang meat in. My helper, you hold that. You hold that for Daddy for now. All right, panel. If I measured correctly, it should fit up in there. I like to make it a little big so that way it'll kind of stick up, and then all we got to do is I'm going to get some construction adhesive and stick it up there, and it's never coming down. All right, before I tackle our roof insulation, I need to fix this giant hole right above my head. So, obviously someone backed into something. Not sure. I had another spot here. You can see there was actually some kind of wood. It looks like a branch. So someone backed in from the backside. Was not me. And there's a stick jammed in. So I got that fixed. So that'll be the next one, because like I said, if I put my insulation up here, I don't want it to get water behind it. So we're gonna go ahead and show you what I'm gonna do with that, because I've already fixed a trailer before and I have some leftover metal. I will show you what I'm talking about. Real thin gauge stuff. It's aluminum. It's got some kind of powder coating on it. I will measure that. Doesn't take much. I'll probably just use the adhesive I got. I'll put a little bit on there, but first I'll get it on, kind of beat it a little bit to shape it. Should stick right on, no issues. Once I get a good stick, I'll probably put a self-tapper or two. We'll see. It should be fine, but then that's about it. So I got my new deck on. So I went ahead and redid that since it's going to be inside. It is the OSB. I'm just gonna paint it real good. We got all this extra paint left over, so that should protect it enough. The only time it's going to be exposed to any moisture is when it's down and I'm pulling the four-wheelers in and out. If it's raining, I guess, it'll get some moisture on it, but if I paint it, that should pretty much prevent that. Plus, I don't want it to get too dirty, because if we have the bed up against there. Once it's closed and everything's out and we're set up, then I don't want it to be disgusting and nasty. So I don't know yet. I'll paint it either way, but I might just get like a rubber mat to put down for when I pull the four-wheeler up in there, so when it's dirty, I don't have to worry about it. All right, so that's the piece I just cut. I will clean it up, obviously, because it's dirty. So the hole is kind of on this corner. This might have a little bit of a lip. I'll shape it a little bit, but even if it sticks off a little bit, I don't care, because it's gonna have that adhesive under there anyway, and it'll just shed water right off. So big giant hole, solved. Super simple. Cut that piece, beat it around, and once I got it up there, I just used a couple old sheet metal screws that I had for doing roofing. There you go. So we got a couple sticking out. Not a big deal. I'm gonna get that foam up there anyway, so it's gonna cover those screws. If they stick out a little bit, I'll have to check and see the thickness, but I'll just cut them off with the cutoff wheel. So, and now that that's done, I can actually do the insulation. We'll put it up, stick it to the roof, and then electric. And I'm gonna do flooring last because I'm already tracking a bunch of crap in here. So I'm gonna call it a night tonight. We're gonna be back out here again. This is going to be a several day project, but it's gonna be awesome once we get it done. All right, y'all, so I am back at it. We had to take a little break. We had an unexpected event to go do a little meet and greet at an outdoor show in Ocala, which turned out awesome. We had a great time, so for every one of you that subscribed from that, hey, I've got the foam cut out here. Gorilla Glue. It says, heavy duty construction, all surface, all purpose. Once I put this on, it's never coming off. So we're gonna go ahead and glue her up and then move on, probably to maybe electric or floors. I haven't decided yet. Go in. All right, y'all. So the weather got nice and pulled me away from this project for 2 or 3 days. We were doing some hay. Finished up the hay. Looks like the rains are coming back in. So just want to catch y'all back up. So got the roof insulation done. I got one little piece back here behind me that I just stuck up there that's just got the brace over there drying. So it's time for paint before I do the floor. So I'm trying to do this on a budget. I've been going through and looking through all of our leftover stuff, and I knew we had some paint, but y'all, we have a ton of leftover paint. I mean, a ton. So let me show you what we got here. I don't know what all these are. There you go. I got all these up here. So I'm gonna work on the back deck. I found some of this paint and primer. I've also got some Project Perfect. So this is a project and this is perfect. That out. It won't be waterproof, but it'll be cleanable.
Hey!
Hey! I'm telling you, this thing's gonna be probably worth $100,000 by the time we're done with it, Taylor. Today's market. The AC is running. Amazing. So much better in here. It's like 1,000% humidity out today, and I think it's supposed to be like 103. So I got the whole walls caulked. Everything is caulked and ready to go. That stuff's gonna be on the trailer anyway, so there was some holes in it. Not holes, just cracks, so you can see some daylight. So obviously, want to try to get rid of that. It's just gonna insulate it a little better, but it'll also keep all the bugs and stuff from climbing up in here. I'm gonna throw the time lapse on since it's gonna take me a little while, and just like that, we're gonna have floors done. All right, y'all, so the floors are done. I literally had exactly enough. 3 boxes covered this whole thing. I think it cost me 118 bucks. I had the AC going in here. It was way nicer. I just shut it off so you could hear me right now. So that's about it for in here. Next big project is going to be get outside and cut the front tongue off, cut the axle off, get it to sit perfectly flat, and then we're gonna put it on the trailer. So that's gonna be the sketchy part. So stick around, stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, so time has finally come. I've done pretty much everything I can do on the outside of this thing. All the holes are fixed. We've got the pretty gray paint, as you can see, but if you notice, we left the white. The back's pretty much shot. So it is what it is. Painted it gray. Little patchwork. We've got the latch, brand new latch. A couple things we got to do, but we got this thing on jack stands. We just got that jack holding it, and it is off the ground. I got my helper under there. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to just unbolt the leaf springs, leave them connected to the axle, pull the whole axle out. I'm gonna get a Sawzall, hack the front of this tongue off. I'm gonna leave the part that's welded to the trailer. That way we have, it's probably, I'd say about 6 inches, so it'll leave a 6-inch, kind of like a stand. Then I'll take the piece I cut off and I'll put it on the back. We'll just weld it up on the back. That way we can set this thing right on the trailer. We can set it on the ground. It's gonna be off the ground no matter what, and the frame of the actual trailer is gonna be sitting down. So let's get to cutting. That thing is steaming. Pretty sure that was put on cross-threaded. Much easier. Axle on the ground. Just gotta go pop the other side off, hopefully drag it right out from underneath it. And then we're gonna go do the tongue. Woo! And that's how you cut through a heavy-duty tongue. Actually took 1.5 blades. The other one probably would have worked, I just bent it. So, but it is done. So, I'm gonna get all that crap off it. We're gonna sand this down. Let's go ahead and throw it around back, see if we can tack it up. And we're gonna set this thing on the ground. I've got the section cut off, got it prepped, ground as good as I can. We're gonna use this essentially up under there, and the trailer is going to sit on that, same as it is the front. So this thing should sit perfectly level, as long as it's on a trailer. It's on the ground, as long as the ground's level, should be good. So we're gonna get on the back and see if we can get this thing welded up. I've got the piece that we cut off. I took another floor jack and I got it right where I wanted, jacked it up so all the weight's on the trailer, holds it right where I want. And all I gotta do is climb under there and tack this thing up. Not bad. I'm just gonna finish it up, tack the other side, lay a bunch of weld on it. I think we're good to go. So, I've got the tongue cut off, I split it in half. I've got the 2 pieces welded up underneath that you saw, so all that's left is to lift it. This thing will lift 3,000 pounds. This trailer does not weigh that much. Spoiler alert, we are gonna put a wrap on the side of it, so I need to figure out how to lift this thing without damaging the side once it's wrapped. It will be up close to this, so I decided to put a 2x4 there. That should keep it from going all the way up, so it should give me a little bit there. We've got the main frame that we're going to be lifting up against. The cross members run this way, so this 2x4, that should help disperse the weight once I get it up under there. So I'm going to ease it all the way up. We're going to take some weight off. I'm going to hop out, check. I'm going to take my time because it's the first time we lifted it. I've also got one of the old safety chains that you hook to your truck from the front of the tongue bolted on here. So once I get it up close, I'm just going to wrap it around here and hook this up to that. That'll help hold it, and later on this will actually be how I strap it to the trailer. So it's off. If you can see, that 2x4 is keeping it away just how I wanted it. So if there is a wrap, we're good. We're gonna move it over here on the concrete, but it's gonna have to go on the trailer, which is yay high. So we're gonna have to lift it way up there when we do that. So I'm gonna move it over here, but if you wanna see that, stick around for the next video. It's gonna be putting it on the trailer and get this thing ready to go to the mud hole. So I would say that's a success. That's how I plan, but whenever I plan shit, it never goes that way. As you can see, this is how it'll sit on the trailer. I've still got plenty of room to get the forks up under there. So the next video will be us actually taking this and putting it up on top of the big gooseneck. So we're gonna load this thing up on the front of the gooseneck. I'm gonna put it up as far as I can, so it'll be a little tricky, but it'll slide easier up on the wood. It won't slide on this because it's asphalt, but we're gonna put it up on there. It will have a beautiful wrap on the side of it, so you can find us wherever we're at. And once I get it up on there, we're going to put the side-by-side on the back, and the four-wheeler goes inside of here. And then I also have to rig up some kind of redneck mud hole shower that Taylor wants. So if you want to see that, watch these next videos.